Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Night Sports Show here on your colour of country life, Flow FM. Well, we're officially into the winter side of things, and it's great to be talking football and netball again here on the airwaves. In this case, netball, and we're talking all about the new club, the Southern Mallee Thunder. And there's so much to discuss with the secretary of the netball side, and that is Amanda Marshman, who joins me now on the line in what is the club's foundation year. Amanda, lovely to be with you. Welcome to Flow FM. What's happening?
Hey, thanks for having me. Oh, not a lot at the moment, but also a lot at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Well, if you track back to around November last year, you'll see that there was an AGM going and a lot of announcements being made and a lot of things obviously happening. So just take us back. What exactly was the reason behind the demise of the Giants and obviously this merger now that we have, just because listeners might not be entirely familiar with what went down. A lot of them will be tuning in and going, oh, what's this about? So Southern Mallee Thunder is the new club. Tell us how it all came about.
Yeah, no, really excited about this new chapter, but ultimately it really come down to our junior numbers, sort of the young upcoming ones. The Southern Mallee Giants, we couldn't field a couple of the junior netball sides, which was really disheartening. To, get those girls that sort of foundation development that they really need to further their netball careers. But then also with the football as well, we didn't run with an under-17s footy side for a few years. So that was probably definitely a main driving force behind merging with JR and founding this new club. So, yeah.
Did you come up against a whole lot of resistance? And we don't really have to get into it, but we know there's this real anti-merger sentiment that can go on in the regions. So was that a roadblock at all in making this happen? Because obviously, it always comes down to the finances and the logistics ahead of semantics and nostalgia, doesn't it? So sometimes it's inevitable. Were most people on board with it, understanding those other things, or did you have a few grumpy people in and around the place?
Oh, look, you're always going to have people with their own opinions, but at the end of the day, everyone rallied together, and it's for our juniors. It's for the young people who, in future years are going to lead the club. So everyone sort of got together and got behind it, and just the general morale around the club, there's just so much excitement. We've both independently, we've been through mergers and seen how successful it can be. So to have 4 very strong old Mallee sides come together to make this one, almost like a super side. Everyone's excited and can't wait to see where this leads us and what adventures can come, really.
Yeah, often it comes down to being either a movement or a memory. So it's a new chapter, and we're very excited to see how it all goes. You mentioned there that it could well be a bit of a super club. Well, that brings with it some expectations. So let's talk about round 1. So it's the Warwick Eagles in round 1, and this is a side that didn't really, hit all their marks last season. So perhaps the draw could be favourable for the new Southern Mallee Thunder side. I guess before you give us a bit of a teaser of how the game might go, Amanda, tell us how is this team looking? Which players have come from where?
So in our A grade, we actually welcome a new recruit, Sydney Thurgood from over at Mill. She's just slotted into the A grade side so well. I love her energy. She's such a great person to be around, and the vibe that she brings to the side is absolutely amazing. So really looking forward to seeing her. And we've also picked up Connie Rule as well. She's quick, she's fast, she's a real solid defensive thinker. So she's going to be a really good one to watch. We'll also welcome back a couple of travellers in Mackenzie Ballinger and Abby White. They're away at uni at the moment, but they were keen to pull the dress on and travel home for the season. So both of those girls are looking super fit. So they're going to be ones to really watch out this year. Mackenzie might be short, but she can cover support very, very quickly. And then we've got our super president, Riley Cox. I reckon she'll be floating around in the mid-court. She's a quick thinker. It's almost like she can predict the play before it happens. So another young lady she's going to be unreal, and I cannot wait to see how her season progresses this year. But then leading from the top again, we are so fortunate to have Steph Thompson and Jodie Hayes coming back in as A-grade senior coaches, and they will be also taking the court as well. So at a practice match, I've never seen Jodie smile so big with what she's witnessed on the court. So if we can get that reaction from Jodes in a practice match, look out round one. We should be good. So yeah.
Well, it's needed because at least from the Southern Mallee Giants side, a pretty disappointing campaign in 2023. So there'll be that air of expectation, but also excitement too, no matter what the result is on opening day, I suppose. What do we know about the Warwick Eagles? How are they faring? Have they lost any players, or do we feel as though they might really have that fire in the belly after what was a bit of a flat year for them last time out too?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know what Warwick's been up to. But in saying that, we've always had a good hit out with them. So, it's going to be great. I hope that we can really take it to them, and I hope that it's going to be our first sort of real game together as a new club. So I hope the girls can give them a good push. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with it. So, yeah.
Excellent. All right. Now, what else should supporters know ahead of this game? What time is it and where is it?
So it will be over at Jeparit. So that is at the Sir Robert Menzies Reserve. And it will be played at 12:15. And I'd just like to see the black, white and teal army getting out to support the new club and make some noise, because new kids on the block, everyone's always going to be rooting against us. So let's see what the year brings.
The Port Power colours, of course, they were a newcomer once and certainly had a lot of people nervously looking on at them and their uprising. Well, it's certainly interesting to get a feel of the excitement in the air with regards to this new club. Before we do let you go, just fill us in on the other senior grade sides and what is compromising those teams. And I guess, the junior side of things, have we got plenty of interest in volunteer coaches around the place? Do we have a similar academy set up to what we had with the Giants with Trudy Cook last year at all?
Yeah, so this year we welcome back Shelby Donnan. She's going to be taking the reins of B-grade coach. She's actually played in a couple of premierships when she was a youngster, so really looking forward to see what she can do. We'll also have Jamie O'Reilly coaching the C-grade. Then we will have a couple of very wise women who will well and truly look after our young girls in C Reserve of Kathy Moore and Kat Landrigan. Just the amount of experience and knowledge that those women have will just do wonders for our C Reserve side, which is also going to be like an under-17 side, so to speak. Leading the actual under-17 side itself, we will have Jane Shannon, just a woman of so much netball wisdom. If you could sit down and talk netball with her, she's the best person, just amazing knowledge, fantastic skill. So she will be mainly looking after our under-17 side. Then we have Rachel Watson and Kim Decker joining together to coach our under-15 girls. Same again, just netball knowledge. So developing of those under 15 girls, they're going to be in fantastic hands. And then to wrap up the official grades of under 13s, we yet again have Jane Shannon looking after our under 13 girls. So those basic skills, she's going to be really taking care of them and setting those real solid foundations. And then we'll also run with the Net Set Go program, which is being looked after by Courtney Jones, with the assistance of a couple of our younger up-and-coming under-17 girls. So it's a good start for their coaching careers, and looking forward to seeing what these girls can do, both on the court as players, but then also mentoring and developing our young girls into the future.
Right, well, there we go. And before we do let you go, just tell us a bit about what your connection is to this new foundation club.
I did play for the Giants. I am not reluctantly, but, I am going to pull on the netball dress again this year. I usually play in C grade, normally up the goalkeeping or the goal shooting end. So hopefully I can go okay, make through the season uninjured, but we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, we'll get there.
That's the spirit. Amanda Marshman, lovely reporting, and great to have you welcomed here on Flow FM as we look forward to this new chapter. Thanks so much and good luck this weekend.
No worries. Thank you so much for having us, and hopefully we might see you at a game.